Four of Wands is usually associated with marriage in most decks. To me, this looks like a music festival. So it's different. It's celebrating on a different level. And the Ace of Wands is pretty much the same in all tarot decks. It's physicality, it's communication, it's meeting of minds. And hopefully that resonates for you, Virgo Senpai. But if you are saving up for something, put your energy into that. And it will allow you to be multi-conversational, where you can talk with this 25-year-old about goals. Because if we don't have goals that are outside of a relationship, it's really easy for us to get... Is it the early spring party? There you go. Then talk to the 25-year-old. Because to me, that is like a music festival, spring party will do. But when there's a depth to us that is more than just relationship driven, we tend to be able to avoid the nudie pics. Not that there's anything wrong with it if you mutually agree to it. But you know how some people jump in and that's the first thing they do? Ew, that puts me off. That really puts me off. Yeah, but understand too that a lot of people, I have to put my hand up. I consider myself a great communicator, but my phone will ping, I will open it, and I will do a response like can't talk now, and then forget about it. And that doesn't mean I'm being nasty in any way. It just means I do forget about it. So just be aware that that could happen, and there's no malice in it, meaning there's no deliberate intention in it. So try not to overthink this one, and meet up with the 25-year-old at the yearly spring party. I feel there'll still be the same spark. Exactly, Virgo Senpai, you've done it all the right way. Two thumbs up, two Aussie thumbs up. Now, I do have to look at the list. And, okay. I like the sound of a spring party too, but we've just finished our spring here, so we're in summer. No wonder 33 degrees today. 2 air conditioners going plus a fan. Let's see, Light Seeker. And I think I've lost gold hairs for some reason. So, H-I-J-K-L. I've lost Light Seeker. So, that means next on the list is... I think I've lost gold hairs too. Yes, I've lost gold hairs, I think. Okay. Next on the list is Venus Tranquility. Oh, there you are, Light Seekers. Light Seeker. Duh. Blah. You're still there. Sorry, I went through the viewers and it didn't show you up. Oh, well. Some people shine brighter, some people... No, don't say sorry. Okay, Light Seeker. I'm picking up an energy where you're lost at the moment. Can you understand this? You're lost at the moment. I know. I'm going to blame it on the stars or on the planets or whatever. Yeah, lost at the moment. Look, I took a break because it was emotional read. Then I had a delivery at the door. Then I had to restart my internet. And I know it sometimes I do have to eat, but this wasn't. It was just let me take a break. I do feel it's internal. I do feel it's missing somebody. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Is Gus still there? Because I was about to put Gus's next. Definitely internal. And I feel like it's missing a particular person. Oh, thank you, Lightseeker, for being so understanding about my break, but it went chaotic. Trust me, it was just a break. I still haven't had anything to eat. Oh, well, sweet dreams to you both. I will put you both in the advanced stuff next time. Thank you, Charlie. Sweet dreams to you both. Safe spaces. Not a particular person, a lot of safe spaces from the past. I get that. A lot of my safe spaces where I used to go to chill have been developed. And I go to suburbs I grew up in and they don't look the same anymore. Okay. I feel one of those few people is someone you worked with probably a decade ago. And I do want to say one of them, there was love there. And when I say love, I feel it's a possibility of romantic love. Or someone you highly admired or worked closely with. Oh, thank you, Charlie. No, I'm saying thank you to you. I say thank you to all my viewers and all my chatters. You're all awesome. But Lightseeker, I'm picking up someone you worked with from the past where there was great emotion and a great connection. If not a romantic connection, it was a very close connection. Sorry, I have to say romantic. You saw me shuffle the cards. We've got Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, the Lovers. Okay. I feel like this is future, unless you've just changed careers. Lightseeker, have you just changed careers? I'll show you all the cards once this comes out. Once I find out the last piece of the puzzle. You're at a scratch place at the moment, open to possibilities. Super lost. Okay, not gonna lie. I learned that one. I learned the NGL. Ha! See, I'm not too old to learn new tricks. Now, I'm going to go through the cards with you, Light Seeker. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, financial stability. So if you're at scratch at the moment, you will find something very shortly. Second, we had the Ace of Cups. Third, we had the Two of Cups. Fourth, the Lovers. Oops, I should move them this way a little bit, just so you can see them all. And last but not least, the Queen of Wands, which makes me believe that employment is really close. So if you're at a scratch place, it's really close. Any lost feeling you have, I feel, is tied to financial reasons. But it's also, I feel, an opportunity to gain love. And this is giddy love. The way the cards came out, it's giddy love. I'm glad you say lovers welcome. Pop back and let me know, because seriously, if somebody can clip this for me, this is a rare spread. The Lovers, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. It's prosperity plus. I'm glad you've been giving love to everybody you come across, because seriously, this has to be the freakiest reading the freakiest layout, the freakiest spread that I've come across in a long time. And I'm shocked, to be honest. And as I said before, it's giddy love. So congratulations on getting that spread, Light Seeker. Why can't I draw a spread like that for myself? Sometimes I think I was meant to live a cursed life. You're happy and hopeful. I would be too with that read. But don't forget to speak out about employment as well. I get it's two-phased. You're welcome, Light Seeker. I would love a spread like that. Oh, that is hope personified. And when I say personified, I mean on the table it was real, tangible hope. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, I do see the stability. The Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands is stable. It's like the fixed ends of a bookend. Venus Tranquility, you are up next. And hopefully Venus Tranquility is still in the... I don't think so, no. Okay, skip past. Thank you for the list, Tubers. Lady Palace Athena, you're up next. And thanks to Charlie, you are subbed. Horse-drawn portrait. Hopefully you're still there and in the starting gate. But I think I've lost Lady Pallas Athena. No, it's still there. Ah, there you are. It's ending on April. Yes, it will be. Can you understand it being a government role? Lady Pallas Athena? Yeah. It will be. You are in a government role. It will be extended. I'm going to draw the cards though, just to make sure. Just to make sure. Okay. Can you understand about disliking the role but liking the pay? $50-50. I feel there's a trigger in it for you. Can you understand a breather every now and again because there's a trigger? It triggers your emotion. You need a timeout, like a fiver. Don't worry, I had a role where I had more than one fiver a day, where I had to take a break or breaks quite regularly. And having been injured in a car accident, I was dealing with people that were going through that. And I had to take multiple breaks a day until I found another job. But that was just me. But I'm getting a social left out in the cold. You have a wonderful world view. And an acceptance of others from different cultures. But you're wondering why the struggle. And also, you're wondering if you can put up with the fake people. Just let me know if that resonates, because I'm not sure how else to interpret. Okay. You're looking at moving careers or moving jobs, but you're not wanting to give up something that's stable. Okay. I feel you may have met someone. It definitely looks good on paper. Yeah, but we're in an era now, unlike when I grew up, stability in a job was something that future employers were looking at. Now, future employers are looking at adaptability to change. So they don't care if you've had 3 jobs in the last 3 months. They want to know that you've been able to adapt. Yeah, they still look at white. In Australia, they don't. And I know people in the employment sector. So I feel you may have met someone. Someone who makes your heart flutter. No. Okay. I'll keep going with the read. I can't change what the cards have come up as. I feel it may be a boss figure. I feel you're in two minds of pursuing anything. There's still a bit of a flirting going on. And when I say boss figure, it doesn't have to be an employment boss. It can be someone who is of boss energy. Okay, when it comes to energy, I'll tell you from my perspective what I know. There's boss energy, somebody who is self-assured, knows what they want and will go after it. There is player energy who pretends they know what they want and pretends to go after it. They don't care if they fail or succeed, by the way. But boss energy cares whether they fail or succeed. So don't think of your current boss. Think of someone with boss energy who knows what they want out of life. You're in two minds over it. So I feel physically this person reminds you of someone. Okay, there we go. Light on. Ta-da! I'm in light. And yes, I have been scratching. I think when I went outside, I got bitten by something, but I don't know. The mozzies are here. You may not believe me, Lady Pallas Athena, but you've got the World card now. I wouldn't be at all surprised if the Wheel of Fortune comes up in this as well. What did I say? I'm glad I said it, actually. Wheel of Fortune. It's turning in your favor now. I'm really glad I said it. This may shock you because you've been juggling for so long, and things have finally started picking up in your favor. And in some ways, they're not allowing you to rethink the past, which is a good idea. It's a good thing. And I feel you may have, it's a good thing that I predicted the Wheel of Fortune card was going to come out, and it did. I'm shocked. But I do feel like in this deck, this is the Seven of Cups, which usually means choices. But to me, it's emotional choices. And there is nothing negative in this Seven of Cups. Usually every other deck that I have, the Seven of Cups has something that is dislikable. In this deck, which is Deborah Blake's The Everyday Witch, it has nothing dislikable in the cups at all. So I feel no matter what choice you make, it's going to have positiveness in it. Can you understand writing, a process of writing a journal or keeping a book, as in keeping an account? And I've got all my doors shut, but a fly decides to come in. I feel journaling, writing things down in a book, keeping a journal, or accounting. That's what, when I say keeping a book, Aussies mean keeping a journal, not keeping a journal, keeping a tally of incoming, outgoing. It's like balancing a checkbook. You get what I mean now? And no, your finances aren't bad from what I see here. I see you've struggled in the past, but things are now turning in your direction. I do see you taking action. And I feel it's taking action to save up. Yeah, taking action to save. And I feel that you're not going to have time to worry about the past. Yeah, in the past. But your future is looking like the Wheel of Fortune has gone into your future. And it's looking positive. And I feel it will be glowing in a way that you won't be worrying about your past. And let's face it, any human being that says they haven't made a bad decision in the past is kidding themselves. I've made heaps of them, but at least I made them. So the only regret in life is the things I never tried. That's the only regret I have, is when I didn't try. I've tried and failed heaps of times. That's not the point. The point is, did you try? Yes. Hello, Black Empathy. Welcome in. Ah, there you go. But I do see your future being enriched. No, this workplace is fine for you. But I do see you having your sights set higher. And will your contract be renewed? Yes. As I said before, I felt it had something to do with government. So, and as you said, it always looks good on a resume. And it does. Resume, CV, whatever you want to call it. It always looks good. But I see you doing well, exceeding, and I want to say exceeding your dreams. And hopefully that makes sense, Lady Pallas Athena. Now, let's see. The list isn't... You're welcome. The list isn't correct because I have lost a few over time due to being kicked off and own hiccups. Horse-drawn portrait, you are next, but I think I've lost horse-drawn portrait. See, this is how quickly I can get through a queue. Because, yeah, I've lost horse-drawn portrait. Okay, and I did say I would bump up Gus. If Gus is still there, if you can pop up and say hi, Gus. I think Gus might be just away from keyboard. But I can get through a queue quick. Blue Moss Dragonet. And hopefully Blue Moss Dragonet's there. Yes. Still in the viewers. Whether Blue Moss Dragonet has fallen asleep or not, I don't know. And I might put up the list because people that respond first, I can get through the queue quicker. But the list is already shrunk. Tony. And I don't think Tony's there either, so... No, Tony's not there, so... Okay, and Princess Boo Boo. I'm getting through the queue. This is amazing. Finally. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Real 3J. I think I've lost Real 3J too. Yes, I've lost Real 3J. Hey, Princess Boo Boo. I'm sorry I missed... That's okay. I'm sorry I missed your... I got to see one stream of your trip. And, yeah, it was awesome, but I think 2 streams. But, it sounded like you were busy. You had an itinerary that was explosive. Now, let's see. You didn't get to stream much. Oh, I think I might have caught most of them then. Can you understand a decision to make a move? And I feel like it's a dramatic move. Oh, definitely next time, of course. But I feel like there's a decision to make a move. Yeah, and it's a dramatic move. Okay, my guide wants me to change decks already. I started shuffling, but it's like, no, change decks. Oh, you gotta let me tell you. I feel like you're... Can you understand Prague? Prague or Austria? I'm just trying to think of where... You can understand it. Okay. It's like It's massive. You went to both of those. Then I want to say Prague was the first one that came in mind, but I feel like it's the people. I have to say it's the people. And if you went to Italy, it's probably the shoes too. Let's face it. I know for me it would be. And I speak the language, so that's... Prague was a phase. I get Prague. Yeah, but Italy has food that most... I know you're an Aussie, so most Aussies and most Americans don't even realise Italian food isn't what we eat here. It's beautiful, but it's not what we eat here. But I do get Prague. And I feel like it's a cost of living situation and a freedom situation. Okay, let's see. I feel the move is pressing, so... And I feel like there you were celebrated. I love Italian food, both cooked by Italians, real Italian food, or even Italian takeaway. I don't mind. Can you understand being celebrated in Prague? It was as if you were recognised. Yes, and in a good way. But I also feel you may have met somebody there. Ooh la la. Princess Boo Boo, what have you been up to? Oh, and no, it's not a hot flash. Not in Prague. You've met someone near there though. And I want to say the hand kissing type. Yeah. Sort of. Can you understand a feeling of responsibility towards this person? I feel like they may have made your trip memorable. And you feel a sense of duty, a sense of responsibility towards that person. Or a lot of pressure in making your mind up quickly. We've got Queen of Swords, King of Swords, so you're both people of action. I'm glad you understand it. You're both people of action. And as long as you know that this can sometimes lead to a duel, not that they would think that. No, I didn't get that they would think it. This is an inner burden. But I feel the person you met is the same as you. A person of action, a person of giving. Be aware that that can sometimes conflict. When we're both ready to have our swords up for action, sometimes they can be used against us. Yeah. But I get in a good way as well, because one is soft and nurturing and the other is very physical. I get that one person is a very physically affectionate, PDA, over the top, to us Aussies anyway. As a culture, Australians aren't very much into PDA. Yeah. Would you agree with that, Princess Boo Boo? Aussies aren't much into PDA compared to the rest of the world. Yeah. But I get that this person is. And just be aware that you're both very, very similar. And sometimes that can leave a gap. Yeah, though more than some. Britain, to be precise. The UK and US are probably less PDA than us Aussies. Russia, less PDA than us Aussies. And a few other places too. So, because some societies used to get hung for any display of affection in public. It was against biblical training. I do get that this is going to go ahead. You're a little overweighed by the decision. And I feel there's a Nordic, whether you've got Nordic connections or whether the person you're involved with has Nordic connections. Look, I'm Dutch. I've got Nordic connections. So, or I'm descendant from Dutch actually, but there's Nordic connections here. But I see that the burden you will overcome. Just try to do it without resentment. You have a Dutch line somewhere. I have a direct Dutch line. I'm a firstborn Aussie to a Dutch person. So, there you go. That's how direct mine is. Ads. Okay. I can wait until ads are over. Jerky Jack face. No, the queue is open and it's not as bad as it seems. So Jerky Jack face, if you want to have a look at the queue, you can. It's not as bad as it seems. Because I got disconnected earlier. See? Not as bad as it seems. And while Princess Boo Boo is in an ad, I'm going to get another shout out done. Oh, it's not as bad as it seems. A lot of people have disappeared because I got kicked off. I don't really overextend myself. But I know when to take breaks. I know when to chill out. Quino, welcome in. Queue still open? It just got shuffled everywhere. And, okay, ad again. You got bumped off ads. Okay. You're welcome, Amanda. You do much more than just tarot. I do just tarot. I know the errors on Twitch are driving me mental too. I got kicked off like 4 times today. And then I had to reset my internet. Okay, you're back. There's a Nordic connection here. I didn't get what the Nordic connection is, but I got that when making this decision that you're burdened by, make sure you have a free mind that has no regret on the decision. And I feel that's what's delaying you at the moment. You would do it in a heartbeat if it wasn't who you had to say goodbye to. Yeah. So make sure that there are plans to be inclusive of those that you want to keep in your life. And you may be aware, Princess Boo Boo, being an Aussie, Melbourne for the longest time was the most locked down city during COVID. And I was fortunate that I made plans with my friends to Zoom dinner. We would have a Zoom dinner where we each made our dinner. We sat down with dinner and a glass of wine, and we always had a meal together, and that was during our lockdowns. So it's, given technology, it's a lot simpler than what it was even when my father emigrated. My father emigrated from Holland, and nobody spoke to anyone in the Netherlands for decades, because doing a long distance truncated call meant booking it a week ahead. And the cost per minute was ridiculous. To Holland, I think it might have been, and I'm going back into the 60s, I think it might have been about $7 or $8 a minute to Holland. So you said what you had to say and then hung up. You didn't even pay for the goodbyes. So it's a lot easier now. It is wild knowing that and how it used to be. It's crazy how easy it is to communicate now worldwide. But good on you. And you'll have to let me know where it is, but probably off stream. Or maybe keep it to yourself. It might come up clearer later. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Blue Moss Dragonette. I get that you're making the move though. So it's just preparing everything. You think you know where it is? I hope so. Blue Moss Dragonette. I know you're there, lovely. You're sitting in the queue. Okay, where am I? Okay. Easy Jiffy. No, Easy Jiffy has gone too. So that's going... See, I told you the queue wasn't as accurate. Okay. Let's see. Shoopers, you are next. Hey, Shoopers, welcome in. Half asleep. Oh, thank you for being so supportive with the emotional read I had. You're amazing. You were amazing. And I feel some stuck energy here, but it's on choices. And I do feel like it's gift choices. Can you understand? I feel physical. I feel like it's a secret Santa, and the choice of the gift is difficult. Spirituality is always difficult. Trust me, my halo's a toe ring. I try and live a perfect life, but we all make mistakes. It's either someone really important to you and you want to get it right,